The Jacob Media Sports Network, in partnership with 97.3 ESPN, brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
Well, Harry, I'm not in the business of saying I told you so or standing up here on whatever platform that you and I, through proof of concept, have established online, on net, on app, any means in which you can consume this radio show, and tell you and others that I told you all along you were biting into a poisonous apple. That's not me. That's not my way of starting radio shows. That's not my way of conducting radio shows. I'd rather sit back and see what we can learn from these moments. It's not me to come out and turn around and throw it back at you and Hunter and others who I've heard on this station. I'm sure Gil and Mosher, if they weren't off for the last 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, Gil's back today, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
We think.
Bemoaning the fact on Instagram, too. And I reminded him, don't worry, you've got another week coming next week.
Another week
off?
Yeah. Wait a second.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought the guy's coming back full steam football.
No, he's coming back. I think he's got another week that he's got to burn before football season.
Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I just alluded to the fact that they were off and they didn't have a chance to weigh in on their how much they were buying into the 4-game win streak. And here we are. You know, they set everybody up for disappointment. It's Kirk Cousins, all right? That's what happened right now. Kirk Cousins had 6 or 7 games in which the guy looked competent. And then all of a sudden he had a really big game, a 1 o'clock game in Oakland. Right? Nobody gives a rat's ass about that game. And he came out, he threw 4 touchdowns. Now all of a sudden you're thinking, wait a second, Sunday Night Football, Redskins, Eagles, this guy's got something. Put it all on the Skins or put it all on the Vikings now. And then he just turns into Cousins.
Yeah, he is what he is. And the Phillies are what they are.
Embarrassed you. They embarrassed so many others.
They didn't embarrass
who jumped
me.
up on this train.
They
and now, and here's
I am not embarrassed.
You should be, because here I am left trying to sort through the bodies.
I'm not embarrassed because I listened to the manager, and the manager said that they were great yesterday, that they ground out all these at bats, and they saw so many freaking pitches from the starting pitcher. It almost sounded like Chip Kelly back in the day with the Eagles, where it's not about time of possession, it's about plays run. So in order for Gabe Kaplan, it's not really about hits or runs, it's about pitches seen.
At bats.
They saw 110 pitches from the
patience,
all
at the
this kind of stuff.
Counts.
Yeah, Reese Hoskins, who he couldn't hit a beach ball right now. You know what he is in his last 31 at bats? 2 for 31 in his last 10 games.
Well, here's the thing,
dude. You could do that.
There was a moment. Yes, you're right. I probably
could.
I probably at this point there is.
I can't. I'm too old.
Well, I'm getting there. There was a moment yesterday where he hits the ball dead center, 411.
Yeah. Right on the top of the wall. The fielder just backed up, put his glove up there, and right at the top of the wall. I mean, geez.
All right, so I was thinking about this. Actually, I was talking a little bit about this over the weekend. Is there anything more deflating in sports, like outside of losing a championship game or some sort of playoff game, but as far as an individual activity, is there anything more deflating than hitting a ball as far as you possibly can
to the deepest part of the park?
Yeah, I mean, you could add that with Hoskins specifically.
Right.
But just think about it, even if you hit the ball left field. But yeah, Hoskins makes it even worse.
400 feet. Yeah.
Right, 411, and the ball gets caught. I mean, what's the equivalent of that around sports? There's got to be something golf related. It's got to be. Like hitting the pin and then bogeying out, or like double bogeying out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, maybe
I've hit the pin before, and then like the ball has gone off the green.
Maybe you hit a drive like 330 yards.
Okay,
but your ball hits like a sprinkler head or something and bounces out of bounds. So you're OB.
So even though you
pounded the ball, you hit a sprinkler head.
That's good.
And then it went out of bounds.
See, that's good. I didn't realize that. I didn't think of that. That's a good one. But yes, Reese Hoskins is brutal right now.
Yeah.
And the Philadelphia Phillies, regardless of Hoskins and what he's going through, the Phillies had an opportunity at home. And what's amazing is we have this audio, right, from Gabe Kaplan.
I'm not sure if we got it yet, but I heard it a few times already.
Laboring it. So Josh will let us know, either on the air or in our ears. But here's the thing. You get this audio, this positivity, and you referenced Chip. I mean, this isn't even on that level of being detached from reality. He's going back to what they are. Well, they're 4-2 so far in the homestand, and it's just, it sounds to me.
You had to win that series.
San Diego.
You had to get 2 of those games.
How could you not? Right? How could you not win 2 of 3 against the Padres? And here's the problem too: is this message that's being sent about positivity is actually received on our ears and fans' ears as deflection. It's coming off like whatever.
It's delusion.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming off, and whatever side you follow, it's not meant to be a specific side, but it's like when a politician is being pressed about something, and all he or she is doing is just responding with deflection, deflection, and they're being trained by multiple. And again, you could be a state senator, you could be up in the White House. It doesn't matter, but these people are being trained to deflect, and it sounds like, but instead of
or
deflecting,
blame the other side,
right, exactly,
right.
But instead of that, you've got deflecting with positivity, and it's like 2 ingredients that don't match up. Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't match up.
Right.
Oil and milk, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It just doesn't
make
make
sense.
scotch
on the beach.
Now, I disagree. Now, you have a friend that should be down there. Right? We got some people down there.
Yes.
Has anybody tried that? Over the weekend, we suggested that you bring a nice old bottle, some ice. You need a cooler of ice.
I know one of my friends, I was golfing yesterday, and I regretted it after the first 2 holes because of how stinking humid it was. But he was drinking a little brown in that heat and got sick.
Is that right?
Yes.
Like my dog
and this guy's a
before the
well-seasoned boozer.
Wow.
The heat and humidity was too much. It dehydrates you.
I had a couple of beers over the weekend, but that was inside in the AC. I tried to drink outside. I couldn't.
Can't.
I couldn't sit outside on the patio and drink.
No, it's terrible.
Now, are you shocked? Let's bring people in here because we'll open up the text board for you, 609-403-0973. Why in the world did you remain on board for the Phillies is my question. I'm sure Harry has a question, Phillies related as well. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out why nobody listened to me.
I'm still on board.
Yeah.
We got a couple games against the Red Sox this week that interest me because you don't,
Why? Because Carson Wentz not playing Thursday night.
Carson Wentz probably not playing Thursday night, but, they go out and the Eagles signed Josh McCown.
That
was a big move over the weekend,
was
right?
It? I don't know.
40-year-old guy coming out of retirement.
Did you see all these numbers? NBC Sports Philly has this 10 numbers, like group of numbers that surround McCown. If he throws a pass this year, he'll be the oldest quarterback to ever throw a pass in Eagles history. Like, he's got some of these numbers already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then leading into now, come on, this is a joke. If Josh McCown is out there on the field, 40-year-old Josh McCown is out there on the field, this season is over.
Listen, he's a capable backup to get you a game or two.
He's not. I don't know that. The guy was retired.
I know. But
wait a second.
He throws a good deep ball. He's a good leader. He knows how to get them lined up. He's got a command of the huddle. There's things that are inherent in what a quarterback needs to bring to the table in the NFL level. He's not the most accurate guy. He's turned the ball over a lot. That's why he was always a backup. But he's better than Kessler. And he's better than Thorson.
Well, Thorson is not long for this team.
He may be better than Sudfeld. I don't know.
Probably at this point.
Sudfeld knows more of the playbook at this point, obviously. But we'll see. At least it shores up the position.
Though. They've invested a lot.
What do you mean?
In Sudfeld, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but let's just say.
I just don't think he's that good at this point.
Let's just say you're in week 10, and Carson, breaks a fingernail, and he's got to miss a game. Who do you think the backup would be by week 10? Now, week 10, McCown would have, being in all these camps and different offenses, he would pick up a decent portion of the playbook by then. He could run a couple of series of plays.
Yeah, but the backup quarterback doesn't really practice much like that in regular season.
No, I know.
You don't really get many reps. So you're really looking at it.
That's the $2 million question.
Was this the first time that Carson's missing time?
Yes, let's just say he has to miss a game in about week 8 to week 10.
I'd say McCown. He's on the team. He's the backup. They paid him a guaranteed $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me that he's there to be the backup this year.
Because one guy's going to have to be deactivated.
Unless they somehow feel like they need to keep 3. I can't see that.
You deactivate
4 running backs and 3 quarterbacks?
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's an interesting question.
I mean, you could do that. You could just deactivate Nate Sudfeld, but at that point, you get rid of Nate Sudfeld. What the hell you have Nate Sudfeld on the team for if he's down? And somebody's going to take him anyway in the practice squad.
Yeah, if he goes to practice squads, in a minute somebody gets an injury, boom, he's gone.
So that's what I'm saying. The McCown move, I think, is more of a statement of where they think Nate Sudfeld is than just filling in. If it was just about filling in, then you wouldn't bring a guy like who you laid out, who does have some qualities to him. I just think the season's over if McCown's in there long term.
Well, long term it is. I agree with you.
Long term's probably 2 weeks at this point.
No, I mean, if Carson has to miss a month or so, you're probably screwed.
Okay.
Yeah.
609-403-0973. McCown has played for 14 offensive coordinators, one of them being John DiFilippo. That's Josh Henning on the text board.
There you go. 14 offensive coordinators?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Make this 15, right? Or is 14 now the Philadelphia Eagles?
This is 15.
Let's get to Tom at Summers Point before we hit the text board. Tom.
Oh, my God. You're lucky this is a family show because I could go in a rant. Oh, my God. All right, listen. Gabe Kaplan is a knucklehead. Are you kidding me? How do you – yeah, exactly. Gabe Kaplan. He could have coached his team better. How do you have a 14-pitch at bat and then the next dude comes up working a pitch, a sweat is you-know-what's off, and the next dude comes up swings at the first pitch? I'm tired of seeing these outfielders playing so unfundamental baseball. A guy hits a single, man on second base. They're trying to throw him out third base from the wall. How about – I mean, this is just – thank God football season is in 3 weeks because
I hear you.
Listen, I'm not jumping.
Tom, let me ask you a quick question real quick.
What?
You sound angry, like you sound really emotional about this. And I guess my question is not – I don't fault you for that. But my question is, were you that deep into it over the last couple of weeks or at least last 10 days
Sounds like it.
in which you're now so disappointed?
Listen, you sweep the Cubs, then you come and lose 2 to the stinking San Diego Padres.
Yeah, that's what they've done all year.
But that's because the coach is an idiot. This team doesn't need that knucklehead. Listen, I want to see Charlie Manuel choke him out one game and get him out of the dugout. No, you laugh. Listen,
Charlie looks like a 70-plus who will throw hands. Right, Tom?
Charlie
listen, brother, we love you, man. Thank you for the phone call.
Thanks, Tom. I admire that. He's still emotionally invested.
Well, you were. Other people were.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Well, hey.
They did exactly what they've been doing to you all season. And I'm not saying don't watch. I'm not saying don't pay money. And I'm going
to a game next week against the Mets.
Go ahead. Do all you need to do. Go down and watch as many games as you like. Pay for as many games as you want. My point of it is this. Why are you continuing to do that? Continuing to be emotionally, not physically, meaning going down.
Because I'm a sports fan. That's it. That's the bottom line.
That's weak, man.
What do you mean that's weak?
What? So you're getting disappointed over and over again?
Yeah.
Then you can't hold people accountable who make mistakes when they're running teams or running, like as far as coaches, making the same mistake over and over again because all what you and other fans are doing is committing the same mistake.
The majority of sports fans go through disappointment way more than they go through pleasure. We don't win championships every year. We've never done that here.
I'm not saying
except Boston.
Okay, and I'm not saying that this year didn't warrant any type of emotional response. I'm saying at this point, you should be physically and emotionally numb.
I'm trying to get to
this
football.
Year. I'm just talking about this year.
I know. I'm talking about the next 2 weeks.
This team has given you every opportunity to just say, enough is enough. I've had it with this team. And yet people
I've said that.
Yeah, but then you come back. They win a game. They win 4 in a row.
Yes.
You come back. And then now you all look like morons.
Because I got nothing else. Okay.
What about Tiger this weekend?
The golf season is ending. I got nothing.
Tiger showed you a little life.
No, he didn't.
On Saturday, he did.
Nah, stop.
He was 5 off the lead on Saturday.
Justin Thomas had a hell of a weekend, though. I'll tell you, he's 26 years old, and he has 10 wins, including 1 major. That's pretty
How old
good.
is Koepka?
Koepka, I think, is closer to 30, 29 maybe,
okay.
I think.
26 does seem young.
Yeah.
Is that young to have that much success as far as...
Well, I mean, there's rarefied air of guys like, Woods and Nicklaus and guys like that.
I'm talking consistency. I'm not talking the anomalies.
Well, I mean, like a guy like Justin Rose has 10 wins and a major. Sergio Garcia has 10 wins and a major. And those guys are like 40.
Right. And
close to 40.
It took them that long to amass.
Right.
Okay.
So,
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I figured it made sense. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
609-403-0973. 0973. Pull the text.
But
board
yeah,
up
I got
here.
nothing
At Harry
else,
Mays to
man.
you at Shander Show. Nothing else to talk about?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm a sports fan. I need my fix. And right now it's a very frustrating baseball team for another couple of weeks until the football team takes their rightly spot at number one in the sports consciousness of the Delaware Valley.
Greg and LBI, let's go Dennis Green on the Phils. They are who we thought they are.
Yeah. That's why we took the damn field.
What's that?
That's the soundbite from Dennis Green.
Is that how it ends? No, we let him off the hook.
Well, yeah, we let them off the hook.
Yeah.
They are who we thought they were. That's why we
No, I think it's they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. But he says somewhere along the line, that's why we took the damn field. The whole cut. Josh will get the whole cut.
Oh, my God.
Because I haven't heard that in
Me neither.
probably over a year.
Me neither. That's one of the few audio cuts in sports.
It was a Cardinals-Bears game.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I laugh so hard when I hear that. It's mainly because you can tell how pissed off
Oh,
he
man.
is.
He slams his hand down on the podium. He was pissed.
Oh, man.
It was great.
But
Pure
doesn't
emotion,
But
man.
doesn't he go off about like how the Bears, were practicing against them, and how they had a good week?
He's got it. Here, let's hear it.
All right.
All right. We're efforting. I think this was a regular season game. This might have been a Monday Night Football game.
I think
years
you're
ago.
right.
Yeah.
Do we have it? Okay, let's
Oh.
yeah.
We just the Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played three quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
That's what it was.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Oh my God.
That is just great.
There's four bites in there. Like if you could just get like the last 30 or 20 seconds of that cut.
You want to go ahead and crown them? Then crown their ass.
Yeah, but there's also that's why we took the damn field.
Yep.
You want to go ahead and crown their ass. They are who they thought they were. We let them off the hook.
Yeah, that's four right there.
Oh
Boom.
my! That's 4 drops in a row.
Total gem. I remember when that happened. We were playing those sound drops, every day.
That was one of the best because it birthed so many else.
He's no longer living.
Rest
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
609-403-0973 on the text board at Harry Mays. See you at Shander Show. That is funny, though, as far as the Phillies. And that is exactly who I told you they were, man. Mm-hmm. Told you who they were.
Hey, I knew what I was getting myself into. I didn't go into this blindly.
Okay.
I'm not an idiot.
No, but
I knew I'm probably going to get disappointed.
Because you have to watch Josh McCown now.
Well, yeah.
All right, on the text board, Sudfeld not going anywhere. Second-round tender they gave him equals money. They like him. He'll be the backup. McGowan, simply an insurance policy. Why do you have 3 quarterbacks? You can't ride 3 quarterbacks on the team, man.
Well, you need a body right now.
Yes, but when the regular season starts, this guy's guaranteed $2 million.
Right now, Kessler's still in protocol, I guess.
Those guys aren't making this team.
Thorson and McCown would be your quarterbacks for Thursday night.
Correct, but what he's saying is that even when McCown comes back, McCown is third string.
Sudfeld comes back.
Both. That when Sudfeld comes back, McCown moves to third string.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know how they're going to work this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And why are either one of these guys so imperative to this team's success that you would have to have 3 quarterbacks when you have a franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz on the team? You just paid him franchise money.
Well, because the franchise quarterback has shown a tendency to get banged up.
I honestly, man, I think as we head into this year, it'll be proven to be overblown.
Well, I know there's
think
a lot
you
of people.
had one season where he got hurt. He came back early because they won the freaking Super Bowl, and there was all this talk about Foles this and Foles that.
Yeah.
He came back early. He rushed it. As overcompensation, he hurt his back, and at that point, he had to be shut down again. Mm-hmm. But the offense actually wasn't that bad when he was playing hurt. Like the numbers and everything weren't that bad when he was playing hurt. So, yeah, Foles took over once again a playoff-bound team. Just like a lot of Super Bowl teams that retain talent are pretty much going to be good to go back to the playoffs. So
there's a lot of people down on Carson Wentz around nationally. He's not getting a whole lot of respect, and it's because of his lack of durability early in his career.
Well, what else would it be though, outside of that? I mean, the guy's got
nothing.
Right.
I can't attribute it to anything outside of that. I mean, he's not even showing up in top 10 lists, of quarterbacks in the NFL.
No.
Yes, I got a little list of them right here.
All right, let's go through it.
From the Philly Voice.
Is that's what they're saying about the Eagles?
Yes, it's one of those deals where they go.
They go around the league.
A roundup of where analysts rank Wentz among quarterback peers. Kempsky had this up. You scroll down here, and they start off with Kurt Warner. Wentz did not make the cut of his top 10 list.
Why?
I don't know. It says no analysis on Wentz given, but he didn't make the list.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Did he watch Wentz or?
Chris Sims.
Oh, here we go.
NBC Sports apparently
Cameron.
has him 11th, so he's not in the top 10.
And they don't have do you have a link, like a hyperlink? Sometimes they put that in there.
No, there's 3-4 paragraphs I'm not going to read. It's too long.
I was just trying to see where the consensus list is.
Well, the big lead. Wentz did not make the cut in the top 10. No analysis on Wentz given. The Dallas Morning News, of course, they're not going to have him in the top 10. They have him 11th. The Madden ranking, which you know well, where is he on Madden?
Not good.
14th, it
not
says
good.
here. Sporting News has him at 11. SNY has him at 11. CBS Sports collectively ranked the top 10 QBs by a group involving more than 10 writers and editors. Wentz did not make the cut.
Unbelievable.
So he's getting dissed, in my view, nationally. And it's because he hasn't shown the ability to play 16. He was on his way to a 16-week MVP season and got clipped.
Yeah, and I think
he needs another one of those, and he'll be right back in there.
The reason why, I don't think people are correlating the two together, and that's unfortunate to Carson Wentz.
It is.
Because the reality is that he got hurt last year for overcompensating the other injury because he just wasn't healthy enough.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I don't think that this is multiple areas. Like, this isn't a guy who you can put up on, one of those x-ray things in the hospital and just point to 4 or 5 different ailments and be like, oh, man, this guy's a walking MASH unit.
Right.
That's not Carson Wentz. Now, Carson Wentz can get hurt, but I mean, as far as like injured and missing time and whatnot, the two were centered around the same thing. And his rookie year, and I go back to this because I think it's important to at least bring up, you can factor it in any way you want, but his rookie year with a cracked rib while he missed some time in the preseason, he did play all 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's something to that, I think, in which you can look at a guy who has at least shown you, and even last year he was playing through pain, clearly playing through injury. So I don't think that this is a case of a guy who you breathe on him, Harry, and he falls over.
No, there's a definite toughness factor to him.
Yes.
I mean, I think he's one of the tougher guys in the league, but he's just, been unfortunate a few times. But here's the other thing. The fact that Foles took that team that Carson was leading to an MVP season and took him to win the Super Bowl, I think some of these people probably look at, hey, man, that team, anybody could have quarterbacked that team. The backup came in and just led him to the Super Bowl. That team, it was the team more so than it was Carson Wentz.
And Foles, I think, is part of that, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think so.
That works against him.
That definitely, which I think worked against him having a clean off season to come back and take some time off and not rush back. What was that, week 3 that he came back
week
last
3,
year?
Yeah.
Way too early. And we knew it was too early. Oh, it was cleared by the doc. Yeah, okay, because the guy is pushing to get back. Now we're going to thread the both together, right? Phillies and Eagles.
Yeah, we got Frank Close coming up at 1 o'clock. Talk a little Phillies.
I got some stuff here from the weekend that I wanted to bring up that I did not get to the overnight show. So.
Oh, yeah?
No double dipping here, man.
Oh, you can double dip all you want. This is the double dip time of year.
No,
you can repurpose, remanufacture content.
Now, let's tell everybody what's going on Thursday night.
Thursday night. Did you see the prizing that we have available Thursday night at the Great American Pub?
We've been around in the radio business for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've seen anything like this.
Absolutely not. We've got one lucky person that attends is going to walk away with tickets to the Eagles games, all their NFC East opponents, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys at home and on the road.
Dallas, too.
6 games. All the division games. You're going to get a pair of tickets to each of them. But you got to be there on Thursday night, Great American Pub, Fayette Street, Conshohocken, right downtown. We're on the rooftop for the show at 5 o'clock.
5 to 7.
I'll be there at 5. I think we might go on the air 5:30 or something like that, but I'll be there at 5.
Well, are you sure? We should figure this thing out. Are we on the? Isn't Mike Gill on the air until 6?
I'm not sure.
Well,
But I will be at the Great
Gill's the
American
program
Pub at
director
5.
also. Wouldn't he know this?
He should.